For Reaper Metal Productions, I am Adam of Unbaptized Records, making a brand new video for you today. And today I'm going to do a bit of two things. A sort of deep dive into a band, really just showing off their one album that I own by them, so it's not much of a deep dive. But I really enjoy it, so I bought it on multiple platforms, and then going off the mail I got today. So this is a band that you've seen before at least once in my tape collection, but I have all three versions of the album. Finally just got the CD in. And that is the grind band, the Atrocity exhibit. So this specific album is called Extinction Solution, if you could see. And it just dropped some stuff, and it dropped more stuff. Well, fuck that. Anyway, the band is one of my favorite current grind bands. They're from the UK. This is the only thing I really own by them other than a 7-inch record, which it's weird because they're one of those bands that describes themselves as grind but also sludge, which I don't understand because to me they sound like the exact opposite. But I also have this kick-ass limited to 100 tape, which is really cool. I love the way this looks. I know I've shown this off before, but I just really dug it. And same cover here, and then I got number 39 of 100. So I think that's kind of cool. It's one of the reasons I had it, because it's very limited. And then the LP. So there's technically two versions of the LP. So the CD, the tape, which I own, and then two versions of the LP. There's a black LP and then this bright like Pepto pink. I went with the pink because I think it looks cooler, especially for punk. It's got the punk attitude, and then it's got like kind of the matte finish to the vinyl. But I really enjoy this release, so much so that obviously I bought 3 versions of it, and I've even bought multiple copies of the tape since it's so limited. I mean, it was fairly cheap, but I gave it away to 2 different people just to see if they'd like it or not. And like I said, the only other release I own by them, because they don't have that much, I don't know if they're still even active, and that album I think was like maybe 10 years ago, but it's a 7-inch, believe a split with a band called Catheter. So split here, I think just regular lame-o black vinyl 7-inch, nothing special. So one extra song. I'd definitely be interested in listening to the rest of their music, but not if it's going to be like actual sludgy stuff too, which again I never really understood for a grind band where they're grind and sludge. Maybe it makes sense to some people, it's just not really my thing, but I think this is a fantastic release. So anyone who's looking for newer metal that is unaware of this band, the Atrocity exhibit, I definitely recommend checking them out. Again, if you like grind, especially if you like that old school style of like Napalm Death, Scum grind, definitely recommend it. And then second is the band I showed off recently, the demo. So the thrash band from Pennsylvania, Skullovich. I recently got their full length in the mail. So this full length is called The Age of Steel, and I just got this with the signatures of the whole band, which is super cool. And they also threw in some extras. I paid for them separately, but came with this little sticker, this little screen printed patch, which was extra, and then I have 3 pins, but they fell, so I'm not going to go grab them right now. But that's really it for this video. I just really wanted to show off this band, the Atrocity exhibit. If anyone really likes grind, I just highly recommend checking them out, because I don't know a ton of newer bands. It's kind of rare that I come across something that I'm as passionate about as this band. And there's one other band I am this passionate about, even more so, that also comes from England, and that is the band Flayed Disciple, which I've mentioned before. They're awesome. I'm in talks with both the rhythm guitarist and also with the drummer, and hopefully something will come of that. So I might either end up getting some of their distro to be able to sell in the US, hopefully looking to get a repress of some of the releases on my label, and maybe even an interview with the band. So that would be really cool. Yeah, John, a rhythm guitar, the guy I mentioned before, hooked me up with the signatures. He reached out to me, and so did Phil on drums. And Phil's the one who also does the art. And he is also on Instagram because he's a tattoo artist. So if you're in the UK, Phil Toffrey, I can link his Instagram in the description of this and the previous video, just so you can check out his work, which is really cool too. And they're coming out with some new music too, so that's why I love this new stuff, man. I mean, I love the older music, but any of the newer bands, I mean, these guys I discovered through Electrocutioner I discovered through Cruel Bomb, and Cruel Bomb I discovered through this channel on Hellcast, where they sent in their music. And then Soul Grinder Zine, who I've also bought some stuff from, he also had them on his comp. as well as another Pennsylvania band, Dissentients, which I've talked about a bunch of times too. So it's just really cool. You never know who you're going to discover through all this stuff. I mean, obviously I discovered Nunslaughter pretty much exclusively because of Hellcast, and then through Justin's channel, which is an offshoot of that. So I love discovering new music. Let me know what you thought of those bands, and I'll see you in the next video.